This is my second card, and I do use something called the wreath technique, and I also used a technique called die cut, like multiple die cut technique. So I teach on an Indian reservation, and my students like to see themselves represented in current trends. It is a form of cultural appropriation, so at the same time I just try to be understanding about it. But dream catchers and this stuff for the Ojibwa really kind of started them, but Menominee or my kids make them and stuff, so it's beautiful. So I love this stamp set. It's called Follow Your Dreams, and it comes with all of these beautiful stamps. And of course I had to have it because hello, I teach on a reservation, and this is the die cuts. And so I use some of the die cuts and I use some of the stamps and I played. And I started by playing around. Check this out. This will be fun. I played around and I was just stamping to see what I could create. I don't love this one, but I love this middle part, so I'm going to work on that. But I had to give up the other day. And so here's what I've learned. This stamp set is a rubber stamp set. It's a rubber. So you don't use this. But when I stamped it, there's this little thing called differences, or like the stamps are all supposed to be within a little bit of a margin. It could be a millimeter off the regular amount that they are, height they are, and sometimes it happens. Just a little variance, but they're within a limit that Stampin' Up! Says is okay. So So this one must just have just need a little shim. So sometimes you have to shim things up. So I just put this great piece of Mango Melody, which I love this color. So I also used it inside here, but I wanted a contrasting color. Now what I did is I had previously made this template. I followed Don Olszewski's wreath technique, and I made a cute little butterfly wreath a while ago, and I just saved this. So this is taking a 6x6 sheet of paper, and you use the largest square to cut out the middle, and then you turn it and you cut out another one, and that gives you this cool little template, which is going to be cool in a second, because your paper is going to move around that template and create this wreathy look, which I used to surround. I thought, I know I cut that last night. Which I'm going to use to surround. Here's the backing. Here's that card. Oh, what a day. Oh, found them. Okay, they just moved. And I have multiples because if I mess up, I want multiples. And so what you do is you just set it in there, this piece of paper, very awesomely. And normally it just stays where I want it. And I haven't been using the magnets much, but okay. So this is welcome to my world. This is called humidity. Things change shape overnight. Okay, so I got that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this sun, see, sun, and I'm going to put it where I want it on here. So I put it upside down, like that. And then all I have to do to use it is flip this over, and then flip it back to ink it. Now I see this very annoying bit of water on here, so I have to take care of that. Because that, I've learned, will haunt me. Now, in the old days, if I wanted a circle, I would just stamp a bunch of things and be like, oh, close enough. But this works amazingly well. So watch. Ink. See how the little guy's inked up? No, you can't. Totally inked up. Flip over. I push a little, I don't know. Perfect sun, right? Now turn the cardstock one little part in the template, re-ink, stamp. Ta-da! Isn't it awesome? Okay, again, turn the cardstock one chunk, stamp, turn, stamp. Now this circle's even smaller than my other one, so I don't know. Hope it works as good. We'll find out. Okay. Turn. It's so cute. Are you getting bored yet watching this? Because it's very meditative for the person who needed to calm down. All right, there we go. There you go. There we go. And the last one. Well, fella, behave. Okay, so I got all those, right? Isn't that awesome? Makes a great, perfect circle. So awesome. So then all I have to do is either wipe up the plate and all that I have over here and get rid of my stamp because I'm done with it. Or I could just switch plates. But I'm just going to take care of that stamp right away. Which some people in my life, Mom, will be proud of me for that. Then, this is awesome. Here are my other two stamps. So these are the feathers. They came like this because the die cut does that. But I didn't want to use them that. Oh, you can't see very good. I'm sorry. On my computer, my screen, I can't see anything, but on my computer I can. So it's really weird. Okay. These two little feathers, I cut them. I never do that, and so I kind of felt bad for doing it. But all right, now I'm just going to put them on here. So I have this one there, and then this one I'm going to put here. Now he goes off the edge a little, so that's just life. It's called go with it. Okay, so there they are. They're on my plate, and I'm going to use the brand new Balmy Blue, which is an amazing color. Okay, and I'm going to get perfect placement. But here's the thing. I'm going to do the same thing I just did. I'm going to get this, but the feathers are going to go in between every time. Okay, so turn it. Let me double check. Yeah, you got to turn it double. So I'm only going to stamp with them up in this little section. Because they're going to stamp there. See? So I'm going to turn it again. Isn't that awesome? And, oh, I almost messed it up. See, it even saves you from messing it up because I could stop the arc of the thing, of the plate. Okay, so I got all that, right? Then I can clean up my mess. See, I do learn, Mom. I'm only 42 and I learned to clean up my mess. Okay, people have figured this out, which these people are just so darn smart. What they do is they make a template. So they take the die cut and they die cut, just run it through the Big Shot and die cut apart. Then, awesomely, they pre-cut when you're, you know, watching a okay. Oh my gosh. It's doing it again. I wonder if my internet's weird. Hi, whoever's watching. Okay. Alright, let's try that again. Because it was really cool the first time I did it. But when I put my ink pad down, I shifted the thing and it stopped working. Okay, there you go. Alright, try this again. Get it right this time. Okay. What did they... Oh, I still moved it a little bit. They're pretty good. I must be shifting something or not putting that on right. But then I can get a whole bunch. Like I could put more, and then I could get more, and I could just do a whole bunch in a row and get all the inkiness all at the same time, and not worry about things shifting on the big shot as I cut it, just as I stamp here. So then, to finish the card, I took, I just took my regular block. I could have put it on this whole thingamabob, but I didn't. The Stamparatus. I just didn't want to. And then what I did is I stamped. So I stamped some of this background detail, and that's just basic gray on basic gray. I originally tried just to get these parts, but I had issues. So then I realized it looked cool this way. Alright, so I got some basic gray. Now, I put my card over here, and I want to get this follow my dream sentiment exactly where I want it, and I want it lined up right. Which is not normally me, but I'm pretending. So I'm going to get out my stamp case, and I'm going to decide exactly where I want it. Right? I want it right there. And then when I flip this over, I can see if it's level or not. See what I'm saying? I can tell with whether or not that stamp is good. It's going the right way. So then when I ink it, I'm going to get that stamp right where I want it. So that's really one of the best reasons to buy a Stamparatus is your sentiments will never be crooked again. Because look at that. Could I have eyeballed that and hit it just right? Probably not. I'm not that good. Okay, so what I have to, now this is just cute right now. Oh my gosh, I didn't even need all the rest of this stuff. I'm going to show you what I did. I took this piece and I matted it on this little piece of balmy blue just because I felt like it needed it. I was trying to make it circular at first, but then I changed my mind. And so I'm just going to... Oh my gosh, you'd think this would be easy. There we go. Okay, so I have that. And then I decided to put it this way. So I'd have these peekaboo triangle corners. I did that on my own. Then out of the die cut, I made this the middle of the Dreamcatcher die cut. And it uses two pieces. It uses a circle and then this inside part. And see how I told you it was smaller. And then I just put that down. So I honestly just snail everything, but it's just how I am. Then it just felt like it needed some length. And so, see how that piece is missing right there? I just cut a piece of leather. And that piece of leather is what I'm going to use to hang down here. So I have all these fancy tools, and in the end, the element I like the most about the card, besides the wreath, I did with my snizzers. We'll call it that from now on. Okay. Then, and then I added those little feathers, which, here they are. And you could put them anywhere you want. I use dimensionals because, I like things poofy. So, put a couple dimensionals. Oh, down here more, I guess. And then another one. And what I like about this one is kind of part of that whole circle. Excuse me, I have a cold. Or I've had a cold forever. And then I don't know, I just attached them. It's just life, attaching them. And then I thought it needed some beads, and we have these tranquil texture sprinkles, right? And I think you're supposed to use like glue on them, but that is not. Hi, Janice. That is so not me. So what I did is I took a glue dot and I spread it out and I pulled it apart, so I just had a little bit, and I took the beads and I stuck them on that way. And I'm laughing because I'm sure like people are like, what is with this kid? Oh, look at it. And it works. You can get beads where you want them. And I put a couple beads in the middle of my dream catcher. Because sometimes you bead them in as you bead, as you weave. Oops. Can't find the gooey part. Now, if they could make these self-adhesive, I'd be a very happy girl. And really, that's really what I did. I just goobered them. I just goobered them on. So, there's some beads. Sometimes they came in like a set because they were pre-attached to each other, and that was kind of cool. The final touch was, of course, I added some glitz. So, I don't know if you can even tell on my original card, but if you can add Wink Stella, I highly recommend it. Because it adds a little pizzazz. That's my card. I showed you 3 things. I showed you the wreath technique with the template. I showed you the die cut technique where you put a die cut in a frame, and so it holds it and you can easily do it. And I showed you how easy it is to put sentiments.